Open interest is slowly creeping up again, and this essentially means that a lot more people are going to be entering their futures positions in the derivative market. So that obviously means there's a lot more manipulation to be coming here if a lot of people are going to be opening these futures positions. Let's talk funding rates for a second, guys. You can see you're actually going to get paid to hold your short positions right now because Bitcoin is looking very, very bullish, and it's looking like it's basically about to break up to the upside. Very interesting stuff. My name is Crypto Chester. I'm here to give you a Bitcoin update. We're going to be going through Bitcoin here on the short term, the mid term, and the long term. I've got some very interesting stuff on the long term at the end of the video, guys, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Nice fly going around my face because it's very, very interesting position that we're looking for here on the Fibonacci and also volume weighted ATR bands for a lovely big long trade there. So starting off here for an update on the shorter term time frame here for Bitcoin. As you can see, we have seen quite a nice pump to the upside. We did see what we call a triple bottom on this lower side here, guys. We did see a triple bottom coming through, and that usually means we see some sort of move to the upside, something along the lines of this, right? And what do you know? We nearly had the measure move completion here to the upside. Didn't quite get there just yet, but it is looking very, very bullish, and we have actually seen that play out really, really quite nicely. So you're probably asking me now, what can we expect from the price after we have seen this pump to the upside? Now, this is where it can get quite interesting, guys, because we've obviously got these volume-weighted ATR bands that are looking like they're going to be holding us back in terms of resistance. We've come up to them, okay? We've come up to them. We haven't really tested for resistance. We have on the 4-hour, not the 15-minute. Didn't get it on the 15-minute. And then we've kind of just trickled along to the upside with the 15-minute. Because as you can see, the 15-minute is in a progressionary stance right now. It's pushing to the upside. And this essentially is a bullish sign if we're riding that resistance with confidence, right? So it's looking really, really good to the upside here. The next point that I really want to be sure that we're going to be breaking here is going to be this point right here, this 4-hour volume weighted ATR band. Very, very interesting stuff, guys, because this essentially means there could be a nice move to the upside, okay? If we can get support on that, we've seen this many times before. Support on the volume weighted ATR band usually means a massive, massive move, okay? So we're coming up to that zone. We've already tested it once. If we break this to the upside and find that support, it's going to be looking very, very bullish. Talking chart patterns, guys. Let's talk chart patterns for a second because you can see I've got levels of resistance drawn in continuously along these areas for this downward sloping trend line. You can also see I've got levels of support drawn in here for this downward sloping trend line as well. We saw resistance again. Now we've seen support. This puts us in technically it does put us in a symmetrical triangle chart pattern, guys, and this obviously you can see the support on this lower side here, and you can see the support that we did get on that point there to start this trend line off essentially. Now you can see again support. This essentially means an upward sloping it's an upward sloping trend right now, and it's looking like that we're going to be seeing some sort of move to the upside. If we do break here, we could see a measure move to the upside, bringing us all the way up to around $45,855, okay? Very interesting stuff. This could be a huge long for Bitcoin, worth around 6.5%. Very, very nice stuff, especially if you're leveraging this 10x. You're going to be looking at 65% there. Really, really good. And if you're looking at take profits, guys, we're looking to stagger our TPs all the way up. We know the score. We know how to make as much money as possible with trading these markets. Staggering those TPs, that's how you do it. And if you did want to trade this, guys, make sure you head over to BitUnex. Really great exchange. I've got a partnership going with them at the moment. They offer a $5,500 welcome bonus if you join their exchange. Really, really good stuff. They've got all the really good pairs. They're listing a couple of new pairs today, actually, different altcoins, right? Really, really great exchange. Really nice UI. So go check that out. Link is in the description for that if you did want to trade Bitcoin here. Low fees as well, guys. Really, really nice exchange. And also no KYC. So if that's a problem in your country, they are based in Dubai. So yeah, they're favoring the people, if you will. Right? But yeah, moving on to the midterm time frame here for Bitcoin, because yes, we do have obviously this breakout scenario on the short term, but on the longer term time frame, I am looking at this on more of a broader scale, okay? And what do I mean by that? Let's bring in some more indicators and let's see what we're looking at. So obviously there is that move to the upside that we did just cover on the short term time frame, like this bullish pennant chart pattern to the upside. But guys, we need to take into consideration volume-weighted ATR bands here. Very, very strong here on the hourly. We've already lost that in terms of support. We've got these guys, they're coming together, okay? When these three come together, these the 60-minute, the 4-hour, and the 30-minute, the resistance is strong. It's very, very strong to that point there. So we're looking at very, very heavy resistance from this zone, and that's basically from 44,000 all the way down right now to around 43,000. So we really need to hold support in this area, consolidate around this area for a bit, because if we just come up really aggressively, we're likely to crash back down, okay? So So please be aware of that for Bitcoin here on the midterm time frame. Let's look at, I mean, that's the price prediction. I mean, not that much has changed for Bitcoin. As I just said, this is the price prediction up to around 46,000 there. I mean, that's different to the short term. Yeah, 45.8. Interesting. Yeah, so it's a little bit different to the short term there, but this is the prediction all the way up. If we do see that, we're going to see market structure highs get put into place, guys, and it's going to be looking really, really, really bullish, really, really good. In terms of divergences, we haven't got any sort of divergences at this time to be taking an opinion on the market. What are we looking at for the directional movement index here, the DMI? We've just had a bullish crossover to the upside with the ADX at around 31, guys. This essentially means that we potentially, this could mean that we could be due a nice bullish uptrend for continuation, right? If this ADX doesn't crash all the way down below 25 and 20, these are obviously the key levels, and we do stay in this bullish momentum crossover, then it's likely that we do see us actually come up to some really, really strong levels in terms of a new trend, a new micro trend here for Bitcoin, okay? And if that is going to happen, guys, what I would expect a move up, okay? I would expect a move up, a break of this level of resistance that we just discussed on the shorter term time frame, and then a move down from the high, okay? I would expect resistance from 44.7 coming down, testing the volume weighted ATR bands again, and then having continuation. That's sort of what I would be looking for here for a healthy uptrend, just referencing the directional movement index, guys, and the ADX there. Moving on to the macro time frame here for Bitcoin, guys. Very important stuff, as we have been discussing over the last few weeks or so. We've got the Fibonacci the 0.618 all the way currently down at around 39,000. CME gap as well, down at around 39.2 that we still need to fill. Haven't quite filled that. We started touching it, didn't quite fill it. So that's still open, in my opinion, guys. So there is a chance that we actually could come down. If we do come down, there is a massive, massive, massive level of support here, guys. I can't stress this enough. Don't worry. We're likely to be having a bit of a market correction right now, which is absolutely fine because obviously we've been so bullish for so long. And this market correction is lining us up absolutely perfectly with our big trade, our massive swing trade that we're looking for Bitcoin. It's going to be something along the lines of this, guys. You can see this is the volume weighted ATR band. This bad boy, we're hoping it comes up to the Fibonacci, lines up perfectly, and then it's simple, guys. It's so simple. We're just going to be longing off that. And if you haven't seen my video on this, I've been doing many videos on this volume weighted ATR band, and essentially when we clear it with a nice bit of momentum, we have a nice uptrend here on the daily. When we come down and test it again, it's like a 95% success rate that we have literally a 5 to 10% bounce on this bad boy, okay? So this is very, very, very bullish. When we do come down to this level, it is going to be a structured higher low point that I want to be setting, because if we are looking at the most recent higher lows for Bitcoin at this point in time, then it is essentially all the way down at 25K, right? I lost a lot of my TA. I don't know where it's gone. But yeah, so down at around 25K is the most structured higher low right now. You can see this is the low that we set in, and this is the high that we did break just here. So unfortunately, we haven't really had a significant pullback and that high get broken just yet on the macro scale. Okay, so this is essentially the lowest point right now for the market structure is around 24, 25. If we don't break, if we come down, guys, and we have a micro sort of bearish trend, then it's still going to be bullish. Okay, it's still going to be bullish until we break 25K. So just want to get that point across. But yeah, the nice trade that we're looking for is this volume weighted ATR band coming through here on the macro time frames. That's gonna be it from me, guys. I do appreciate you guys watching. I will be back for some more altcoin updates and another Bitcoin update tomorrow, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Just looking at the stochastic again quickly, we got a little bit of a crossover on the daily coming through, so that's obviously a bit of bullish momentum to the upside as well. So definitely another thing to be looking out for. That's gonna be it from me, guys. Remember, if you did want to trade Bitcoin, go to BitUnex, an amazing exchange that I am partnered up with. Really, really, really good stuff. But yeah, link is in the description for that. That's gonna be it from me, guys. Thank you ever so much. Peace out and goodbye from me, Crypto Chester.